Good afternoon. I just got the boys down for their nap today, so I thought we would make some tea. I've been wanting to make some tea, just have some tea that'll be good for like the winter and will taste good and just be something I could just make in the morning and I can drink it regardless. So I've picked out some herbs that I think are going to work. We'll see. I've not tried this one before, so we're gonna make this today, and then I'm actually gonna make me a cup of this and see what it tastes like. So the herbs I have stinging nettle, and I have some mullein, which mullein is really good for winter. Stinging nettle is good for just about any time. It's good for women in postmenopausal. It's also good for allergies. So just all around good. I threw rose hips in here because of the vitamin C, and I just love them, and they give a nice flavor. Elderflower for some winter immunity, and I have some of my own spearmint as a minty flavor, and just to kind of help open up the sinuses and all that good stuff. I've got some chamomile flowers that's going to help. Just, you could drink this of an evening as well, kind of a relaxing tea as well. And some licorice root, which is really good for the throat and respiratory as well. So we're gonna just mix these, and I'm gonna mix these as parts. So I'm gonna grab my tablet. So I like mixing these as parts because then I don't have to have a specific like teaspoon, cup. So if it's something that I really like and I end up making more of this, I can use cups as my part. Today, I'm actually gonna use a half a cup as my, no, I'm not. I'm actually using a smaller one. Hang on. Okay, I got my quarter cup part. So this is gonna be my part. And then if I do a half a part, which I do have one or two that have a half a part, I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons because there are 4 tablespoons in a quarter of a cup. Okay, so I'm gonna set you up. So you can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna go off my recipe that I wrote down, and we're just gonna put it in this bowl and mix it up, and then we're gonna make a cup of tea. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna add is nettle, and we are going to do 1 part nettle. So there's 1 part nettle. We're going to do 1 part mullein. One part chamomile flowers. I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to put another part of mullein in here since that's what actually we're going for, is more of a wintry brew. So 2 parts mullein. Then we're going to grab our spearmint. Man, I really put the lid on there good. Our spearmint that, it still smells amazing. Okay, there's our spearmint. So nice to be able to smell and taste. And then we're going to get our elderflowers. We're going to do 1 part elderflower. Licorice. We're going to do a half a part. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of licorice. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the rose hips. I'm going to do a half a part of rose hips. Isn't that lovely? Maybe over here in the light a little bit. Gorgeous. So we just mix this up. I'm going to store it in a jar, and then we're going to make some tea. All right, I wanted to use this short little wide mouth jar. I guess we'll see if it's all going to fit in here. It may not, actually. I think it's going to fit. Perfect. That is the perfect little amount too, I think. What do you think? So I use my rings and lids because these do have that rubber seal, and it keeps this airtight a lot better than one of the plastic lids like this. Okay, let's brew some tea. All right, I've got the kettle going, and I'm gonna grab me a little wintry mug here, and I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of the tea and pour that over and let it steep for about, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes. All right, got my little tea sock. This is what I use right now. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's use this. What was I thinking? It's funny how you remember things that you had. Okay, so got one of these little handy dandy things. If not, that's, you know. Let's get some tea in there. Not too much. Okay, there we go. Let's put that in our cup. And our water's getting ready, and we will make us some tea. Okay, so the next important thing to do while you're waiting on your water, if you've just made tea, is to label this jar. Definitely label this jar because you will not remember what this is. I promise, just label it. All right, we're gonna call that done. Just gonna pour some water over this. Now normally, I would place a plate over the top of this and let this steep, but that is not possible with one of these. So we'll come back in just a little bit. May add some honey to this and drink up. Moved you over here so you can see a little bit better. Doesn't that have a beautiful color? Got a few little stragglers coming out of there, but I think we're about done. Probably could put a little bit more water in there. I'm gonna taste it, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of honey. That is not bad. I added just a little bit of honey, which is perfect if you can find some local honey. I don't actually have local honey right now, and I'm out of honey from our bees that we had, and I used the last of my stash, I believe. So this is pretty tasty. You can taste the mint. It has a good balanced flavor, which is what I was really looking for, especially since I kind of winged this one. So I will put the parts and everything in the description below. If you try it, be sure to let me know, and also share any tea recipes you have for winter or anything you like to make or add or subtract. We all love learning, so be sure to leave that below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.